Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Ignacio Sandoval, Nachin. Now what I do is marketing strategies for independent companies and podcasting for anybody that wants to take their company to a digital world. We focus on that, but the idea is to create events like these where we can all benefit from it because you never know who you're gonna meet and we can grow from it. So gentlemen in the back, if we can have your attention too, and let's give these ladies that respect they deserve. I'm gonna pass on the mic so they can introduce themselves and tell you a little bit of who they are. Está tall la muchachona, un aplauso.
Hi guys. Hi guys, my name is Daniela Orejel and I'm a promotional model. I do also modeling and slash Insta girl, Insta star.
Insta star, social,
Yeah.
social star.
The new wave of business women.
Definitely. And one thing that I want to mention about Ella is that she's a woman that has overcome a lot, and you're going to learn about each of these ladies' journey. But the one thing that I admire about you is that you don't give up. You continue going against all haters. And
Yes, of course.
that's what it is. We continue the journey. The next one on the panel.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Paz, and I am from here, from Los Angeles, and I am a veteran, actually. I was part of OIF 2, and I'm an Army veteran, thank you. But I do women's empowerment through fitness. I work with primarily moms. I do online coaching, but I also focus mainly here in downtown LA, and I love to empower women. And like I said, I have a 20-month-old son, so it's all about looking good and feeling really good. So.
Yeah.
Buenas noches. Hi everyone, my name is Heidi Leal. I am here representing La Chuperia, my family business, established almost 30 years ago. Come from a little Mexican family, born and raised in Lincoln Heights, Boyle Heights, Mila. And I'm just here to support, my community. To let you guys know that dreams do come true. It just depends how bad you really want them. And what can I say? I'm Mexican.
Y vende abón los fines de semana. Nah, no, okay.
Poquito.
Poquito. Y la siguiente personita, chulada de mujer también que está aquí.
Hola, soy Yara Estrada Lowe. I'm a female filmmaker in Los Angeles. There's not many of us out there, but I'm here to change that. And I'm proud to be in this industry representing our race. Come on now.
Yes.
I'm also a part of Women in Film and looking to make new waves for the Latinas because we are way underrepresented in our industry, in front of the camera and behind the camera. And I'm not happy with that. So, hey, let's do it. Let's do this.
Yes. Next up.
Hi, Carmen Amarillas with Downey Latino. I am so proud to be an immigrant just like all of you guys because we all immigrated from one place. And I actually been with my real estate license for 33 years, helping other people to become and do have their American dreams by buying a home and be totally independent with the business, that they don't have to be working with anybody else and have their own decisions by having a home and getting all the equity down, cashing out, and having a business. And I'm also here to let you know that we have a voice and we have to represent our Latino heritage and that we should be proud from where we're coming from and we should spread out to everyone and help everyone and make an effort to go back to where we were before. We went back 100 years with all these people trying to put us down, and this is the time for us to speak up and vote this year. And I ask you, whenever you have a question, I'm not only here to consult you in real estate questions because everyone comes and tells me their story. And I'm here to put your story in the newspaper whenever you want to reach me or reach other people or 100 people from wherever they are.
Un aplauso para ella.
Hi, my name is Patricia Maya. I was born and raised in Mexico, and I'm very proud of it. And also, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, and I have a TV show on Netflix right now. And thank you.
Un aplauso. Yeah.
And also, I'm very interested in getting more Latinos in the industry, and also writing roles, good roles for Latinos and for women specifically. So, let's see. The food was good. Thank you.
What's the name of your series, so people that don't know? ¿Cómo se llama tu serie?
Oh, the TV show is Real Rob. It's a comedy. It's not a reality show. I know a lot of people get confused by the name Real. I mean, I get it, but no, it's a scripted TV show. It's a comedy. That's me, right there, with a lot of Photoshop on. But it's a good show, so hope you like it, and we'll talk about that later.
Yes, un aplauso para ella, and let's support each other.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, okay. You might have seen me painting over there. As you can tell, I'm a painter.
An artist, baby.
So my name is Lady One. I am a professional street artist, graffiti artist, a professional dancer, a professional makeup artist, a mother. I do many things. I'm here to answer questions, give advice, encouragement, and yeah, anything you guys want to know. I have a lot to share, so.
Do you read palms? No, just kidding.
No, for real, how'd you know that? I'm actually psychic.
Nice. You see, I'm like that too. Gotcha.
Thanks.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo estamos familia? Yeah. Hi, my name is Zeahlot Lopez and I'm a psychotherapist. So I help people build a better relationship with themselves and with their difficult mothers. ¿Quién tiene una mamá difícil?
Yo tengo una suegra.
Sí, la suegra. Excelente, excelente. Me da muchísimo gusto ver a toda la gente aquí, porque lo latino tiene una voz. One of the most passionate things that I speak to my patients about in the community, la comunidad, is having a voice. In being a mental health professional, it wasn't always this way. I actually started out as a cosmetologist and a barber. So I used to fade up, I used to talk to these men. And you know, I used to have some deep conversations about the wife, la suegra, the side piece, everything, everything. And I learned over time, I'm like, girl, you're good at this. You need to start charging. And mi papá, you know, being Mexican, both my parents are Mexican. You know, I'm jarocha y poblana. And my parents like, mija, tienes que cobrar. Tienes que cobrar. So I went back to school and I became a psychotherapist. And my specialty is Latino family therapy. I see a lot of Latinos in therapy. And it's this dirty word. When people come in, they're like, no estoy loco. No estoy loco. Absolutely, and we all at one point need a little bit of help, whether it's with la suegra, la esposa, the side piece, whoever. So I'm just here to help you better understand the challenges and the problems. And even as entrepreneurs, I also coach entrepreneurs. And the biggest thing I find is that we feel alone, especially as women, because when we're strong together. There's this beautiful theory that's called the shine theory. And it means, girl, when you shine, I shine. And I am so humbled just to be here among these beautiful women. Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, we have one more person, beautiful lady that's going to introduce herself, and we're going to continue the questions. So on this side of town, who do we have?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
My name is Israela. I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, and I'm from Brazil. Moved out here like 4 years ago, and I'm out here in LA doing my thing, recording, performing everywhere, and just trying to like be light everywhere I go, you know, and just like help women everywhere, empower women everywhere, because it's definitely not easy being an immigrant and going for your dreams, especially like in Hollywood, in LA. it's really a hard task, but as someone else said earlier, it's just all about how much you want your dream and how much you work for it. So if you really, really want something, you really go for it. You can make it happen. So
Definitely.
go for it.
Round of applause for her too. And with that being said, that brings us to the next question, which is where we're gonna go. We all face adversity in life, and sometimes I've been down there where I felt depressed and I didn't even know I was depressed because I was my own enemy. But these ladies here, I'm sure they've gone through it. I want you guys to share how you overcome adversity and you have not let it beat you down.
The way I see it is just, it will come for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're young, if you're old, like it'll come for you. And it's all about really just staying focused on your goal and not really letting yourself be like moved or let the circumstances shake you, because circumstances are gonna be there. They're gonna come for you. They're gonna try to break you down. They're gonna try to shake you. But if you really have a goal and if you really believe in yourself, you will stay strong in it, and you will keep fighting. You will keep fighting. That's how I am. Like, I'll keep fighting until my last breath. Seriously, like I just don't like the world fail, and sometimes I do want to, but I do think about like giving up and all that, but it's just like, wait, all of the biggest champions in the world, like all of the biggest like warriors, all of them, they all fell at some point, but they all got up and kept going. So it's not about not falling, it's about how do you react after you fall and how you kept going when you get up.
Eso.
It's all about that.
Awesome. Ella, I know you faced a lot of that.
I faced that today, actually.
Can you share that?
Well, first of all, being a teen mom growing up in East LA, once you have a baby, I had a baby at 16, everyone's like, your life is over. You're done. You know, you're gonna be a housewife or you're gonna get on welfare and this is all you're gonna do. And I said, no, I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna become something, I'm gonna be somebody. That way, because I have already someone looking up to me. That's how I looked at it. I have someone looking up to me, I have my son looking up to me, and I have to make a difference, not only for myself, but for my son. And early February, my son turned 14. I am so happy. He just got into Bravo Medical.
Nice.
So I'm like, I'm doing something right. Like, I'm working very hard, I'm doing something right. I'm progressing as a Latina woman, as a single mom. So I overcome adversity by like you said earlier, by keep going. It's not over. You have to keep fighting for your dreams, but also ambition. I have a lot of ambition. The reason why I feel I'm at where I'm at right now is because I have ambition. Because I have family, I have friends, I have positive people constantly tell me, you could do this. You want a business? You could do this. You want to travel? You want to promote yourself? You want to be an entrepreneur? You could do this. And I constantly say that to myself, like, I want a house, I want this, I want that. I have ambition. So when you have ambition, you don't have time to be depressed. You don't have time to stay in the gutter and be like, oh, poor me, poor me. No, you need to get up, you need to make a difference for yourself, for your children, for your family, because you want to be someone in the community that they could look up to. And that's where I overcome it.
Great.
That's how I feel it.
Awesome. And Silvia, how have you overcome adversity?
Well, for me, I think overcoming adversity has been obviously very similar to what they have said, but just kind of having this obligation to myself, not letting myself off the hook, and really just being that all the time. Like you said, when you have ambition, when you have your dreams, your goals, you really don't have the time to be depressed. You really don't. And one of the things I always tell my clients is it's okay to slow down, but don't stop. Don't throw in the towel. And that's kind of how I've overcome adversity. I'm thinking about my years back in the military. Those were some tough years, right? But then you come back to your real life, and then real life kicks your butt too. And so there has been many instances where real life has been kicking my butt. But you know what? I'm still here. I'm still sitting here in this panel with these ladies, and I'm going to keep going. So pretty much that's it.
Amen.
Adversity. Well, I'm sure we have a lot of people here from Northeast LA, we call it now. Lincoln Heights, Highland Park, Boyle Heights, City Terrace, El Sereno. Well, we've also been dealing with gentrification. And that has been a very big word in our community. Like I said, a little business that started almost 30 years ago, thanks to my parents, first generation Mexicans, just kind of wanting to make the American dream happen for us. And I think for us, it's been survival. It's been being open-minded and willing to evolve with times. Technology, Instagram, Facebook. That's how we put ourselves out there now. And it's been hard. It's been a struggle. It's been ups and downs. Success sometimes, you know, a lot of people think that success means just you're climbing up a ladder all the time, but it's not like that. It's up and downs. You get depressed, you get sad, you want to give up. You want to just say, you know what, screw this. But we're Mexicans. We don't do that. We don't give up. My dad,
Makes I can.
never given up. And also, for me, I am very lucky. I have an army, the Leal Army, and that's my brothers and sisters, Maritza, Ulises, Sergio. We, I think our community lacks empowerment, lacks, I think when we see somebody sometimes succeed, rather than cheering them on sometimes, and I'm speaking from my personal experience, I'm not saying everybody is like that, we tend to bring ourselves down, and it shouldn't be like that. We need to empower ourselves. We need to ask questions. We need to be willing to help our neighbor. We need to be willing to empower each other and pave the road. I'm also a mother. I have a 12-year-old and a 5-year-old daughter. And really, I'm just here to pave roads for little girls everywhere. Being a woman, a Latina woman, it is a little harder. But you know, when you have an army, look at this, how beautiful is this? We need to do this more often because this is how we succeed. We need to come together. We need to share our ideas. If you don't understand something, ask questions, educate yourselves, learn your parents' trait, because you know why? You never know. We can go to school, we can have a master's degrees, we cannot. I don't have one. But you know what? I know how to make tacos. I know how to make micheladas.
Yes.
#1 rated by Yelp.
.com.
So we must be doing something right. And you know what? There's enough for everybody. There can be 20 michelada vendors here right now, and I assure you that everybody will make a buck. Why? Because there is enough for everybody, and we have to remember that. So don't give up. Again, I come from a Mexican family, and I was taught not to ever give up. If you have to run, if you have to climb, if you have to make something out of nothing, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a hot mess every day. I have to get up, make lunch, take my kids to school, and then make it to work. I have to live up to, I want my brothers and sisters to succeed. I want to be somebody that they look up to, but somebody that is legit, because I want everybody to succeed, and not just them, everybody. There's so many of us here. We can do it. We just got to really believe.
You can do it.
We can do it.
Un aplauso para Heidi. She's very passionate porque she speaks desde el corazón, and I think that's what we share in our community. Somos una comunidad que viene del corazón y me das un minuto nomás, really quick, before. I believe that one of the things that separates us from other communities is the family value. We do have that family value, but the other day, speaking with my other partner, Rick, we're talking about that it is still in us to be family, have a nucleus family, but sometimes it's kind of instilled in us to just be with our family. Nomás nosotros, olvídate los otros. Pero eso es como decían los romanos, divide and conquer. If we were to unite, it doesn't matter if you're Central American, South American, Mexicano, de donde sea, pero si nos uniéramos, we have the numbers. Trust me, this rhetoric that they're throwing at us in politics right now, we would be stronger than other communities. Trust me, we could. And you guys are a prime example, so let's continue with that.
Yeah, because when you believe in yourself, you can be unstoppable. I mean, it all starts with you. That's how I overcome things. And also my huge faith in God. I mean, who am I without God? I cast all my cares upon God because He's the ultimate person that can help me get out of my struggles, and I'm forever grateful for that. But yeah, part of success is the struggle, and without it, it wouldn't be so great when you arrive. And it's not that I've even come close to where I want to be yet, but like she said, it's just the hard work that you put in every single day to make your dream happen, to make your goal happen, and it starts with you. And when you have that belief and that faith in your dream and your goal and what you want to achieve, everything else is just noise. So that's all I got to say about that.
Eso, un aplauso.
Bueno, para mí, el despertar cada día es de que ustedes piensen qué quieren ser. ¿Quieren ser víctimas? ¿Quieren pelear? ¿Quieren levantarse como guerreras? Y ustedes tienen que decidir ese día, porque ese día es cuando ustedes van a decidir levantarse y superar todo lo malo que les está pasando. Porque como lo hemos superado, si estamos aquí, tenemos las posiciones que tenemos que seguir siendo role models para todos los demás. Yo no creo que mis hijos me hayan mirado llorar. Yo he callado, he peleado, sigo peleando por la comunidad, sigo peleando por la humanidad, y tenemos que empoderarnos como mujeres, como hombres, y autocondicionar nuestra mente a que tenemos que llegar y a que nadie nos robe nuestro sueño. No puede venir un presidente a decirnos que no valemos nada. Tenemos un sueño, lo tenemos que cumplir, y lo tienen que hacer por las generaciones de sus hijos, de sus nietos y de todos los que estamos aquí. No nos podemos vencer, ustedes tienen que despertar. Lo que pasó ahorita es problema de nosotros por no haber votado, ¿ok? Y no es que le estoy hablando totalmente política, porque yo estoy envuelta en bienes y raíces. Pero lo que viene haciendo la política, viene haciendo la economía, vienen siendo las comunidades y vienen siendo nuestra raza. Ahorita el target somos los latinos, y ahorita nosotros somos los que tenemos que ser el role model para toda la gente. Despiértate, pelea, supera. Si estuviste mal un día, si te fue mal, aunque sea en tu relación personal te puede ver mal, y el siguiente día quieres actuar todo deprimido. No, pelea, levántate. Eso es lo que les estamos pidiendo, y queremos superarnos, y queremos que todos enseñen lo mejor, el 100%, el 200%. Le agradecemos a él, le agradecemos a Rudy, porque ahorita es cuando necesitamos el apoyo. Vienen las elecciones, escojan lo mejor y escojan los que nos van a ayudar.
Un aplauso para ella.
Well, I think it's very important as women that we don't lose our identity. Sometimes we base our identity in what we believe we are. And when I'm saying like what we believe we are is like whether you are the wife, you are the daughter, you are the mom, like we label ourselves that way. And that's wrong, because we have to figure it out who we really are when you take away that. Like, let's say that you're not the mom anymore, you're not the wife anymore, you're not the daughter anymore, then who are you? What do you want? And sometimes I feel like that's like our biggest battle, because it seems like we have two people inside of us. One that is constantly telling you, you can do this, I'm sure you can do that. And then you have the other side of yourself saying, maybe not. And you're constantly between those, right? So I think the way that I've seen it, because I've heard so many no's in my life. No, you can't sell that show. No, you can't be a writer in this country. No, your accent is too thick. You cannot be an actress. And then the way I see this is not even, this for me goes beyond the dream, beyond having the dream. The future doesn't exist. This is all we have right now, the present, right? The past is in the past, and you have the choice to push replay and watch it again and get sad again and suffer again. The future, you can dream about it. You can have ambition, you can see, what your goals are, but truthfully, what you have is this. So if you choose to live this moment and to do something right now, because sometimes I feel like we are like, oh, I wanna lose weight. I wanna look like that. Monday, I'm gonna start my diet. And then it's like, why? What about now? Like, what are you doing right now to achieve that? If you want to be healthy, you have to do something now, right? Not tomorrow, not in a week, not in a month, not in a year when they tell you, guess what, you're sick. No, you gotta do it now. That's all we have. So I think the way to overcome adversity is first, not seeing yourself through the eyes of the others. If somebody else says, oh, you're so funny, oh, you're so cute, oh, you're such a good mom, you're such a good wife, what a great cook you are, that's not you. That's what people think you are. And if you choose to believe that that's you, then what is going to happen when you lose it? If you lose it, or if you just get drowned by that idea. So here's what I do, and I'm talking about this because it had worked for me. I have a husband, he's a successful comedian. And for me, it's like, I believe I'm a very good writer, and I'm very good at comedy. And when I talk about my TV show, it always goes through my husband, like, oh yeah, he created that show, he's so amazing, that's his show. That's just a wife. And that's what people think, right? And it's okay, because what people think is not gonna define who I am. And I think that's something we have to learn, and that's something we have to do. And it takes work, because it's not easy. And you have to remind that other self inside of you and tell, no, you're not gonna believe that. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep believing that there's a better you. Like, if you think that you're a good person, you are a good person. So listen to yourselves, listen to your hearts, and don't believe that other side of you that is reminding you that you're not good enough or that you're not going to be able to do it. No, none of that. Live the present, be happy, be grateful for what you have, and just keep going and continue. And if they're haters, like you mentioned, well, that's them, right? That doesn't define us. So that's it. Thank you.
Un aplauso.
No, I had to take a sip because I'm about to get really real right now. I'm gonna take it back to my childhood, I think, because I've been overcoming adversity since back then. I didn't grow up in a good neighborhood. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I grew up in the hood, and I grew up being almost down like with gangs and just like in a really bad crowd. And I found graffiti and I found hip hop, and it saved me. I started breakdancing at a young age. I started doing graffiti, you know, maybe illegally at first. I never thought it'd bring me this far, but it did. So, you know, here I am now changing my life around and really taking my craft seriously. I think that the universe doesn't respond to uncertainty. So if you're not certain about what you want, nothing is going to start happening. It wasn't until I firmly made a decision within myself that I was like, you know what? This is who I am. I am Lady One. And I'm going to be like the greatest at everything I do. Just with that mentality, the universe started unraveling at a very fast speed. Things happened so fast. And even having a daughter, I was like nervous. I'm like, oh my God, but I freelance. Am I gonna have to get a real job? Like, what's gonna happen to me? She's exactly what I needed to get serious and to stop playing around. Like, no, get serious about what you wanna do and do it. Wake up every morning and breathe it. Live it. Because if you don't, you're not gonna get the results you really want. And you're gonna wonder, why am I not successful? 8 years ago, I moved to LA and I had to open up credit cards just to survive, just to live on a day-to-day basis. And today, I can say that I make in a week what I made in a year back then.
Yeah.
Never did I think that that was possible. Never did I think that someone would value my art as much as I did, but that's because I didn't believe it, really. But once I did, people see that. If I want to sell my paintings for $50,000, that's how much I'm gonna sell them for. But if I settle, if I'm like, no, I can do it for this much, that's fine. You always have to put your standards high. Put your standards even beyond what you really think that you're capable of. Because if you shoot for that, you're gonna get that. But if you stay right here and you're just like, I don't really know if I can, am I really that good? I don't really know. You're never gonna get anywhere. You have to really believe in your craft, believe in what you wanna do, and do it. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's my real talk.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I am inspired. When I hear the question about adversity, most people would think that it's society throwing at you, your percentage that you should be on welfare because you're Latino, you should be on your third child, third baby daddy as women. And I want to share something today that most people don't think about, but in my own practice, in my own clinical work, it comes up every day, and it's the hidden, low-key throwing shade. La familia. That's the adversity I want to talk about today. Because growing up Latina, in my household, it was gorda, flaca. And that's the adversity we don't think about. This is the shade we grow up with. Why don't they call us chingonas since we're 5? Anybody? Right? Instead of our mothers telling us, no, mija, you have to get married. Los nietos, ¿qué pasó? No. That's the adversity we need to look past. In my culture, and when I say that, I say Latinos, we aspire to become wives, to become mothers, to become caretakers. The one that sacrifices, la que come al último. Hell no. And what I mean by that is I will happily serve my man and my family, but I also have a career. And that's the adversity we need to fight. Because in the culture, it's not addressed thoroughly. It's hidden, it's embedded in us that we don't aspire to be more. And as far as these women speak, I completely agree. You have to know who you are first. The first and foremost, most important thing is your relationship with yourself. If you don't have a well-founded relationship with yourself, nothing else will form. You will fall into that 50% plus category of divorce. You will become that parent that nobody wants to be, that friend that nobody wants to be around. And that's the adversity you need to fight. It starts first in the primary home and being role models. If we want adversity to change, we need to be the role models we want to see in society. That woman that actually did choose her career first. That single mom that gets up at 5 in the morning and takes her babies to work and then rocks it out at work. That's, to me, what it means when I hear adversity. We need to be the change we want to see.
And so I guess now we can call our panelists chingonas, because they really are. And I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on why we chose the three of us, Rudy and Rick, the other individuals that created this movement called Latino King Network. We decided to make this edition, the second one, of Women, Mujeres Fuertes, because, like you guys, I have a daughter. She's gonna be a year old in a month. And Rick tiene hijas también, gracias. I think at the end of the day, to me it changed my life because I was the typical player. I was up and down, exploring land, but I grew up. No, but the idea is this, realizing that women are the force behind everything and acknowledging their power will make us even better individuals as men. And the moment you do that, you're gonna stop running around like I did, like a wolf trying to hunt something. And you're gonna have the treasure in your house and you're not gonna wanna go look for it anywhere else. So if you have somebody in your life that you love, your mom, your tía, treasure them. Son gente que vale oro. So with that being said, ladies, les agradezco. And let's go on to una pregunta que no necesariamente esa pregunta, but ¿qué pedazo de consejo ustedes le darían aquí a la gente para seguir adelante? We've talked about adversity, we talked about daily struggles, but at the end of the day, in one sentence, what would you guys tell people here that may be facing a problem? We all face different problems. Money, family, and love are the main ones. What would be your sentence if you wanted to change my life today?
I would say just look at the goal. Like, look at your goal. Look at the final destination. The adversities are right here and they're gonna hit you. And don't look at what you need to do tomorrow or what you should have done yesterday. But what she said, like, you only have right now. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know if you're gonna be here. So time is the most precious thing we have in life. Use what you have that's most precious right now and do what you can do so you can see that difference right there in the future. That's what I see.
Great, thank you. Ella?
Well, one of the things I constantly tell myself to keep furthering myself, and I always say it to, while I'm driving, while I'm thinking, I always say to myself, this too shall pass. I know it's really corny and people have heard it before, but if you really look into deep thought what that means, it means that everything will pass. If you're in heartache, if you're in bankrupt, if you have no money, if you have money, everything will pass. There will be a moment where you won't have it anymore. So enjoy it or work for it. So I always think to myself, this too shall pass because I'm mad. And this too shall pass because I'm happy, but I know, and that makes me even more happy to think I'm happy, I'm full, I'm content, so enjoy it. Because sometimes we don't enjoy our success. We say we need to keep working. And I enjoy it. I say I'm enjoying this because I really have worked so hard at it. So that's one thing I always want to take away.
Awesome. Un aplauso para ella.
One thing that's big for me is no matter how you feel, show up. No matter what you're going through, you got to show up for yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things is things will always come up, right? Like she was talking about the whole fitness thing. Monday, right? I'm a hot mess, just like her over here. But no matter what, I always show up, and it's important to show up for ourselves. So I think that's my biggest thing.
Awesome.
Gratitude. I think we have to be, hay que ser agradecidos. We have to be humble. Don't forget where you come from. Don't forget that little dark corner that made you push forward. Don't forget the struggles that you have encountered. And be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Recognize what you have. In my case, I have a beautiful family. I have my soldiers next to me, my brothers and sisters. Because if I slack off, they're right there next to me to pick up the slack. And it goes both ways. I'm grateful for that. And I know that that doesn't come often. But for me, that is my army. That is why I push forward every day. And even when you fail, we all fail. Who here has not failed? We fail, we get up, we learn from our mistake, we fail again, but you fail better. You learn from every experience, no matter how bad it hurts. Even when it hurts, that pain will remind you why you do not want to go back to that dark place. And that is why we need to be grateful, and we need to always remember that we have to be humble. We are no better than anybody else. Everybody is capable of the same exact things. You just have, again, you just have to really want it. How far are you willing to go to make it happen? Again, I have 2 kids. I want to make a better future for them because they better make it happen for me to retire because I don't want to work this hard for so long. But yes, I think we just need to remember that we need to always be grateful for what we have, and don't take it for granted, because today you're here, tomorrow you don't know. We only live once, so make it worth it.
Thank you, Heidi.
What's worked for me is writing goals down, because if I don't see it right there in front of my face, it's just going to be on a back burner somewhere. So my advice would be write down your goals, write down your strategies, and find a way to make it happen. Write down the steps that it takes to reach that goal. And if it's a long-term goal, it's going to have, you have to do a lot of work every single day to make that happen. And eventually, all the hard work will pay off. But I would say if you don't know how to get to that ultimate goal, surround yourself with successful people. Surround yourself with people that share the same passions as you, and figure out how to get there, because you can get there. If you put in the work every single day, you'll make it happen for yourself. But it definitely starts with a plan of action, a strategic plan of action. And I'm self-taught in a lot of things that I do. I read a lot of books, hands-on experience, but it's different for everybody. But I'd say definitely write a plan of action, a strategy, a goal, definitely.
Thank you.
I think we all have to stay focused on what we really want and do not let nobody steal your dreams. And everything is possible. Like you see, all of us are women here. I'm a single mother, and there's a few single mothers here, and they all did accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. I also a member board of the Veteran Legions Committee, And I'm also helping in food banking. I'm helping everywhere. I'm trying to make a presence, and I'm trying to be a role model for the community, because that's what we need, because that's what they want to take from us. And we can do it all. It's just a matter of focusing and being all 100% positive and give 100% of yourself. You wouldn't want to get up and just give a 50%. I have never stayed home for a day since I remember, since I was little. I even went to a private school for commerce and secretarial work since I was 12. I don't remember being home. I don't remember taking off a day. So we have to continue being the role models for the people, for our own people, and keep remember that our skin, nobody's gonna take it away with Hispanics all the way, and we have to keep being role models for the new generations to come.
Amen. Un aplauso.
Well, I would say my advice for everyone, men and women, it would be stop looking for happiness outside. Everything comes from within. Everything. If something happens and you have the choice to let that bother you, or you get to enjoy it, everything comes from within. So if you have a dream, if you have a job that you don't like or that you like a lot, everything is happening inside of you. And that's something that I think we should teach our kids. I do believe that everything can be fixed through our own example. Because also, kids, they don't listen to words. They look at your actions. So you cannot tell a kid, don't smoke. It's not gonna happen, right? If you're a good example for your kids, then they're gonna learn. And then they're gonna take the best, because truthfully, I don't think there's anyone perfect here, right? Including myself. So I know I make mistakes. And I think my kids are gonna be wise enough that they will choose the best of me to keep it as their own example and just keep growing. So be happy, please. Stop thinking on all those bad stuff happening in the world. Is it happening right now? No, right? It's not. You're here. You're enjoying this moment right now. So just be happy. And as she said, be grateful. And just happy. Enjoy. Just like, right? Why not?
Es todo.
So, if I could speak to myself 10 years ago, 3 things I would tell myself would be to be patient with yourself. Because a lot of the times we get unhappy because we're not patient, we're impatient, because we're like, why isn't this happening now? Like, you want something, but it's not happening. Well, everything has its time. Everything is cosmic. Everything is in divine order. So if it's not happening, it's because you're not ready for it. You're not ready to receive it. You have to learn things about yourself. You have to learn things about the world to understand what's coming for you. So just be patient with yourself and know that everything happens in the time it's supposed to. Practice positive thinking, because with positive thinking, that's gonna manifest and only good things is gonna come from that. If you don't make that like a daily habit of knowing how to get those negative thoughts out of your brain entirely, then that's gonna create a toxic environment for your manifestation process. You can't let anything get in the way of that, because then the right things are not gonna happen. And then lastly, I would say to enjoy the process. Really enjoy the good and the bad because we need it both. We need the bad in order to learn. We need to fail in order to know what it is to succeed. So enjoy it, enjoy all aspects, and be grateful for it, because that's why we're here. We're here to have a human experience, and that's the beauty of life, is just to experience life. So why be upset about anything? It's all a part of what's supposed to be happening. So just take it with a grain of salt and be happy. And that's it. Love life.
Yes.
Advice. So I have a lot of different names that people call me for my occupation, you know, psychotherapist, shrink, counselor, la que dice mucho, la que escucha mucho. And they ask us like, well, what advice do you have? And this one's free of charge. There's no invoice on this one for you guys. A couple $100 later for my patients. The biggest one that comes to mind, it's pretty funny. As a Latina, I remember the first time my parents, you know, heard from me that I wanted to be a psychotherapist. And they're like, ¿Qué? ¿Vas a pagar para hablar? You're gonna do that? You're gonna pay somebody so you can learn how to talk with people? Estás loca. Estás loca. And that's when I really understood the biggest advice, is that advice is, to some extent, recycled information that a lot of people themselves don't want to take. So in understanding that, it's knowing that if you yourself are not willing to drink from the same Kool-Aid you're giving others, it's not of substance. In coaching a lot of entrepreneurs, I have learned that people don't buy a product, they don't buy a service, they don't buy what it is you're pushing or you're selling or that you're passionate about. They buy you. So if you are firm in who you are and you're an outstanding person and you rock and you're chingona or chingon, no doubt they're gonna buy it and they're gonna return and they're gonna tell others. Because I don't know anybody in here that hasn't tried some bomb tacos but has an amazing host or micheladas that won't go back for it. That's one of the most important advice that I have learned. But number two is, to some extent, not caring what other people say you will do or won't. It's knowing inside you of what it is you want and how clear you are. And I couldn't agree more with these ladies, that it's knowing where you're going. Being humble, of course, of knowing where you come from, but knowing exactly where it is you want to be, because it's about manifesting that. Every single morning, getting up, tired as can be, and knowing you're still gonna kick ass. Thank you.
Well. Okay, before we wrap it up, we have somebody came here at the corner and she's like, can I say something? Claro que sí, introduce yourself and you got 30 seconds. No te creas, no me va a matar. No, yo no soy terapista. No, but share what you want to share y diles por favor tu nombre.
Hey guys, good night. I hope you guys have an amazing night today. My name is Carlene. I'm actually, obviously I came here, my mom was a Latina mother, and I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I'm a business owner as well, and I motivate and I speak to women on a daily basis. And I also have a business, which is a cosmetic line as well. So my advice will tell you guys a little bit about myself. I tell people always ask me like, Harley, why are you always so happy in life? And you tell me about your story. And I'm like, because I only have one life to live. Guys, we only have one life to live, from a person who I was raped at 5 years old and molested I was 13 years old. Single mother living in garages, struggling. Guys, I had to grow up. I had to sell lollipops in school to survive and help my mother out. My biggest advice is, my mother didn't come to these states, okay? My mom did not cross the border for me not to give her back. For me not to be great and give that to my kids as well. My mom did not go through those struggles for me not to be great. And I tell this to everybody else. It doesn't matter where you come from. You have to believe in yourselves. Guys, when you look in the mirror, you need to tell yourself daily and remind yourself daily, dude, you are amazing. You were built for freaking greatness. All of you guys are special. Everybody has a gift. You just have to go out there and get it and find it. Find that fire. My fire was seeing my mom struggle day to day. And I said, I cannot be successful. I have to be successful because this lady did not cross the border for me not to be great. So when she saw herself in the mirror, she would tell herself daily, I have to better myself for my daughter and my kids. So when I tell all you guys, keep pushing. Don't give up because you're gonna have all those struggles. Trust me, I've gotten up, I've fallen down, I've lost everything from everything, guys, and I started from the ground up. I'm a single mom with 2 kids, and I will tell you what time I go to sleep. I go to sleep probably at 1 o'clock at nighttime, and I wake up at 3 because I'm hungry. I need to teach my kids, and I have to be that amazing role model for my kids. Because let me tell you what, they weren't asked to be brought into this world. That was my choice. So when you guys wake up every single morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself how freaking amazing you guys are. And that no matter what, you guys keep stronger every day. Because you only have you, and you only have one life to live, guys. So this message, guys, I hope you guys get inspired, but a lot of these amazing ladies, everybody has a story, so make your story amazing and show the world what you guys have to offer. Because let me tell you something, honey, you guys, you have no idea. Because let me tell you something, and I will tell you this over and over again. You are freaking amazing. And never forget that things are gonna happen, struggles are gonna happen, but you will get through this. If I was able to get through this with 2 kids, being a single parent and trying to figure everything out, why can't you guys? It's never too late. Start believing in yourselves, kick freaking ass, and you got this. Okay, you guys got this. And I just want to tell you guys, I'm so proud for you guys for being here tonight because you guys took the hardest step that people don't do daily because they don't want to better themselves. You 2 guys took the biggest step ever to be here. And you guys honestly deserve a round of applause. And you know what? You guys, everybody give yourself a round of applause for being here tonight. Because you guys freaking deserve this. But guys, I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys for being here. And I thank Latino Key Network they're amazing guys. You guys have to really look them up. If you guys are trying to build a business, they have helped my business grow. And they will do the same thing for you guys. So don't give up. If you guys have a dream and you guys need a little bit of help, start there. You guys will make it happen. Trust me, guys, everything's here. Everything that you guys need is right here. And I just want to tell you guys, it was really nice meeting you guys. I just had to speak and I had to tell you guys exactly how I felt and what motivates me daily. You guys have an amazing night.
Gracias. Gracias. Well, the conversation can continue and will continue. I want to thank you for making time for us. What started as a dream over a plato de menudo with Rudy and I, and Rick joining us in this venture, is here. We thank you. At times, Rudy and I nos agüitamos because we're like, dude, are we getting to people? And we got to a point where we said, we don't care, we don't get to a lot of people. We care about getting to those that really get it. So we hope you guys can join us on the 3rd one. It's coming up in 3 months. And we're gonna have it in downtown LA at our friends Loft Matrix Entertainment Studios. It will be driven for artists, but it doesn't mean if you're not an artist, if you're not into the arts, that it's not for you. Every time we bring you one of these Latino Key Network events, it's for you guys to learn something from somebody. This time we learn from chingonas. So let's give them a round of applause. Y nos vemos en la próxima. Ahorita, let's utilize this time to grow together. Let's empower each other. Let's grow in this community and show the world we're not a stereotype. We are people that came here to make a difference and make a difference for yourselves. Que Dios me los bendiga y que siga la fiesta and interact. Don't be afraid to say, hola, I'm so and so. Gracias, señoritas.